right.
Oh, hello.
How's it going today?
You know, it's going.
Good.
We're moving forward.
Yeah.
It's kind of warm outside for Canada.
It is.
For Canada in January.
It was super cold the other day.
Oh
so
my God, so cold, and then immediately so warm.
Yeah.
I don't understand our weather at all. Anyways, so we got some good ones today. First up,
I'm seeing it. This is pretty cool. Little too muted for me. I would have liked to see a little more hard black in places. Pull this apart.
how many times can we say that?
Well, seriously though, just because like the mane it's clearly separate from the body, but
Yep.
it doesn't really jump off the body
Yeah.
to me, right? So just put a little more black in there, and then the wing kind of looks like an arm in a way, just because of like it kind of looks the same as the legs. I don't know. The legs don't particularly look like you could stand on them. Like I imagine
get
this
what you're
thing
saying,
trying
yeah.
to stand,
Yeah.
and it just looks very awkward and a
Yeah.
little sad.
He's got some hard knees going on.
Yeah, like he looks like he wouldn't be able to stand very long.
Yeah.
So, and his poor paws, right? They're
Yeah.
just too crooked
He's
up.
got paws and hooves,
See,
so the best of both worlds.
The problem for me with this is he looks better the less you look at him.
oh,
right?
I see what
Like,
you're saying.
immediately you like this guy,
Yeah,
and then
it's like bam, and then you like.
and then you try and figure out how he's gonna fly with these
Yeah,
tiny
yeah.
wings with this giant body.
Yeah, I
right.
getcha.
Those wings aren't big enough.
Well, because he's got to be, what, 800 pounds for
Yeah.
sure.
And the tail is really crooked, weird looking to me.
So the tail would be like the snake portion. Like, is this a chimera? Is that
Yeah,
the
I
idea?
think it is a chimera, but that snake isn't in proportion at that point. But I don't like the way it straddles the nipple.
No? Well, it avoids the nipple, so immediately there we have a problem.
Well, it's just like it's kind of like bringing the nipple out.
Yes.
Like, hello.
Hello.
Now the nipple is the star, right?
It does kind of force your eye there, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can't help but notice that rather supple nipple.
Yeah.
You really can't.
No, I know.
I think the hardest part of this tattoo for me is the hooves are the only part of it that have solid black.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Okay, we just need to stop looking at this because it's looking worse to me every second. And
wanna
I don't
pick it
hate
apart.
this. I don't want to hate it.
I know. First glance, I'm like, yeah, sweet. And
But
then
then-
I just kind of start picking.
I start noticing more and more that I'm like, problem? Okay, no, I need to stop.
To be fair, that is the problem with doing something that doesn't exist.
Fair.
You know what I mean? Like
There's no reference for this
Yeah,
creature.
like, and even if there is a reference, it's like, does it look right to you, or does it like look right to the guy doing it, or does it like? There's a lot that goes into when you're doing a mythical creature to make
Okay.
it look right. We have no reference.
Okay, now my new problem with this is how wide that inner leg is. Like, holy fuck, is that a big chunky
Well,
leg?
but to be fair, you got to have the big
But
thick
then
thighs,
this one just looks like a
'cause, like he's got hooves at the front, which have no thickness, so he's mostly a squatter. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of power in the back end.
It's getting worse by the second.
Okay, let's move
and
on.
I don't
to the
want
next
to hate
one.
it.
Don't pick it apart. But I like the color. The
Yeah.
color is done really nicely.
Color's really cool.
All right, next up.
Okay, this
Yep.
is a little different.
Yep, just
Yep.
a smidge.
Just pretty basic lighthouse. Yeah.
Clean though.
I really like the shading, like the line shading at the top. It's a really smart choice. Yeah.
Something that I'm like picking apart now is
I don't like
black
the-
ink.
Well,
Because
yeah.
now that we're experimenting with different black inks, I hope that black ink keeps evolving. Because I'm
Yeah.
liking it more and more the newer and newer tattoos are. Like Panthera, I like quite a lot.
Yeah, you've been a proponent of that all along.
Well, just the aesthetic of it, I've always been like, oh man, it looks right to me. You know what I mean? Like it just looks black.
Yep.
And then the even the higher tones, they look quite nice.
Well, these look like this lighthouse looks like it was done with a different black than that moth up there.
Yes.
Right. I don't know if it was or not, but
Well, and
parts of
that's-
it look good, and then other parts of it look super washy. So that rose I don't love. That just looks like cabbage to me. at the
Well, I
bottom
think
there.
it's probably. I think this was probably added
I'm
to
sure
it.
it was.
Yeah.
I'm sure the lighthouse was done by someone different than the rose.
Yeah. Because the lighthouse is clean.
Yeah, the lighthouse is nice. The rose is doing it a disservice, unfortunately, but that's what
That's how it
happens.
goes.
That's what happens when you end up being like a collector and you get
Yeah.
all kinds from
You
all
upgrade.
different people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the financial sleeve
Yeah,
thing, right?
exactly. It's
A-
real, man.
As I got more experience and had more money, I
Yeah.
acquired better tattoos.
Yeah, weird. They all go together. All right. Next up, we got a big old back piece.
So I was sent 2 images of this, and it looked like straight up white on black the first time. So
Yeah.
I'm glad they sent me another one because now I can see it's black and gray.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like there might be some white, but like it's really hard to tell.
Well, it depends, man. Like some people that are really pale, their
Yeah.
skin can just look white.
But this thing, you should have seen the other photo of it. It was like, oh, that's a black on or a white on black tattoo because it was so dark. But now
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, it's not.
No.
What? But it looks like they mimicked it almost. Like this
It
almost
does look
looks
like they're going for that vibe.
Yeah, it almost looks like a white on black tattoo.
Yeah.
But I love this thing. It's
yeah,
really
I know,
cool.
me too.
How long do you think this took?
Oh man, a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a long time. 8 to 12 sits.
What I'm loving is the incorporation of the other two arms.
Yeah.
I'm guaranteeing you this other arm.
This one's
gets-
going that way too.
Yeah, it goes that
that's
way
super
too.
dope.
So this is like one big suit. I bet you this will eventually take up his whole body.
You know, that's a great way to treat the tricep because the tricep is always that like awkward little spot.
Yeah, what do you do with it?
Yeah,
It's
like
just
that
kinda
inner
there.
tricep right below the armpit, and this is like way to tie it into your main image.
I think people have a hard time building a back piece onto their arms because they don't interact with their back piece
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah.
So it's like you'd more likely be building from the front.
Mm,
Right?
I get you.
Like my torso, I'd be more likely to build the
Yeah,
sleeves,
that way.
right, rather than off my back because
Yeah.
I don't interface with my back ever.
Yeah.
But this back piece is probably his most favorite piece, and so
I would
it
hope
gets
so. That's the
lion's
most
share.
time for sure.
Yeah,
Dope.
yeah, I really like it though.
Yeah. More of that. Sweet. All right. Next up.
I'm glad they did this where they showed the close up and the far
far
away.
away?
This
Yeah.
is a great way to send photos in for those people watching out there because sometimes now I'm getting like 7 or 8 photos or something, but they're all kind of bad.
Oh yeah.
Like they're all just like angle, 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 angle. And it's like, well, we're not going to do 7. But like we can do 2 if it's good.
Yeah. 2 works.
So this is great. They also sent these individually. I love the deep black of this. I think this looks fresh,
It does look fresh. Yeah.
but it's got a bit of a filter on it. But
I wonder. I don't know if it's him, but this reminds me of like Tomas. I don't know how to say his last name, but I just always call him Carly Charlie. But it's like Carly Harlier or something. But like this type of thing is his kind of like.
I've seen a few of these on the Explore page on
Yeah.
Instagram, like tattoos like this, but I don't know who the tattooer is, but I do like the pixel art and sort of realistic, surrealistic infusion they've got going on here. It's
Yeah.
really, really unique.
Yeah, it's super
really
cool.
sharp. I would love to see a whole bodysuit done like this.
Yeah, me too.
Like these elements, but just extended all over the body.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool to see.
Yep. Whoever's got this, you got a dope piece.
Yeah,
It's
really
cool.
The red's super, super vibrant.
Oh yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
And it looks like that's going to be that way forever.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it's in
it's
there so
bulletproof.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, badass. I like it. All right, next up, last but not least.
This is a great one. The person who sent this sent just a whole war chest of goodies.
Sweet.
Right? Like they've got tons of great tattoos like this. This was just my favorite one, so we'll
Yeah.
get into more of this eventually. But this on a knee itch is really
Yeah,
really
I love
awesome.
it.
And that was a painful session, sure.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Getting that much detail on your knee itch.
Ugh,
Just imagine. Like
Yeah.
knee itches aren't pleasant to begin with.
ever. They're
And-
never a good time.
I just posted a video of me getting mine done on my Instagram from a couple years ago.
Yep.
And yeah, the worst part of them is just healing, too, because you can't bend
Yeah,
your
you're bending
leg.
the whole time. It's
Yeah.
kind of you have to walk.
But this is really, really cool. I like the colors here. The rainbow is fairly well done, considering. Like rainbows can be a bit tricky, I think.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, because you got to blend all those colors, but you can't use any like hard lines.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's got to look soft still.
Yeah, exactly. Stopping and starting's got to be a trick, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, some of this is just like really, really well done. I really like the solid black and the talons too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Great.
I don't know
great
the
job.
reference,
Yeah, what
though.
a weird. Well, I mean, it's Popeye's chicken.
I know it's Popeye's chicken, but like, there's got to be an end to this joke.
I don't know, man. Like something tells me there was like a good weed that gave this idea.
You think?
Yeah,
It's
like
just munchy time?
like a real strong joint, and the tattooer was just like, "Oh, sweet, I love this idea."
Popeye's chicken.
Yeah,
Let's have some Popeye's chicken after this.
yeah, that would be my thought.
Just go out for some chicken afterwards.
Yeah, really. I think that's going to be the way that it goes. Because like that's one of the things about the clever design. Something tells me it's always just like a little bit of weed and then a clever idea and then some design happens.
What I do love is when we don't know if there's an inside.
Would you mind grabbing the door?
Usually our audience will know and they'll be like, "Oh, this is this thing."
Yeah.
So like we may be missing something.
Yeah.
That's what I always love about these reacts is they're quick to fill us in.
Yeah.
So
You ain't wrong, man.
if you got a story about this, please let me know.
Yep.
Otherwise, yeah, it's just a weed thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, keep on sending those tattoos and we'll keep on talking.